Okay, so we are in Speculator, New York. We're in this channel here. There's a lot of kayakers that go through here and boats during the summertime. It is the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and it's freezing cold. So that's why we have these gloves when we do our magnet fishing. Here we go, we're gonna see what we can find. So one thing I do when I'm magnet fishing is I put one end of the rope around my ankle so that way I know I'm not going to lose the line. So we've done our first cast and you can see all the rocks and sand. There's a lot of iron in the Adirondacks, and so here we go. We just threw that in. Nothing but rocks and sand and a couple little pieces of metal. Let's see what we can do. Try again. Okay, so this time we found some sort of metal rod. It's not very magnetic. Looks like it's been there for a very long time, and a lot of rocks. This time we found lots of rocks and an old fishing hook. I'm feeling some stuff on the bottom, and it's hanging up a little bit, but it's just not picking it up yet. Although this is beautiful, the results aren't what I thought they're going to be. But one thing I have noticed about this design is that if I didn't have this little protective cone on here, the magnet would get hung up and grab into those rocks, because you can feel it. Sometimes you feel like you got this big whopper of a piece of magnet something, and it really is just kind of hung up between two rocks, and this allows it to slide out. I know you probably can't see, but a lot of scratches on this plastic bottle top, and that has kept my magnet from being caught and lost forever, because I've noticed a lot of people pull on these things and then the rope breaks, or they cinch it in there, and sometimes they break the eye off the magnet, and that's because they have no protection. This protection really keeps you from losing your expensive investment, which is the magnet. This thing seems to be starting to give. This is the thing I broke up this morning, so earlier, I don't know what's inside of it, but wow. That's all encrusted stuff. This thing's probably been on the bottom for a good long time. Let me see. All right. Interesting. All that stuff grew around this magnet, or this piece of metal. And all it appears to be is just probably a really old nail that rusted, and all that stuff grew on it. Not much of a prize unless I get it to the house and find some gem inside. But that's pretty much magnet fishing. We're going to go to a different place where there's a lot of fishing, and maybe we can pull some lures or something like that out of the water. Here we go. We're going to reposition now. This is a very picturesque fishing hole, so I hope we'll find something here, but who knows? It's magnet fishing, and you never know what you're going to find. All right, so I got a big nut to go with a big bolt that's probably down there somewhere. Ugh. That's a big find. It's probably been in there for years. You know, the truth about magnet fishing is that it's like finding a nail in the middle of a lake, or a bolt in the middle of a stream. You might get lucky, but odds are you're going to spend a lot of your time casting and getting just rocks. If you don't mind doing that, magnet fishing can be a lot of fun. There's always a chance you're going to find a bit of treasure. But you got to ask yourself, if people are pulling out Uzis and swords and all these valuable things, might they be putting those in the water, whatever period of time before? Maybe, maybe not. But always something to think about before you start clicking on other magnet fishing videos. Here we go, we're gonna try again. So we've been magnet fishing for about 20 minutes, and we got an old bottle, St. Pauli Girl bottle cap, a nail, and a piece of metal. This is real magnet fishing. A lot of little pieces of junk looking for that golden prize. Well, it wouldn't be gold because it wouldn't be done by the magnet fishing. True magnet fishing. This is the real thing. Lots of little things. I'm not giving up, but you have to be an optimist to do magnet fishing on a regular basis. Stay tuned for more magnet fishing in the future. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up. and comments always appreciated.